sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we're making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. Yeah.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show. Monday, April 1st, 2024. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. How's it going?
Going pretty good. Not too bad. Didn't do real good. Went 3-4 on our last picks. Last time we was on Friday.
Yeah, I didn't have a real good day either. I had to look. But you see the
I just seen that about 5 minutes ago.
They found him in his
Was he still playing football? Or was he out of football?
He was out of football. I went 4-8 on Friday.
4-8?
Yeah.
What the hell? You went back to your old ways there. You've been doing really well.
I was 1-3 in the NBA, 2-2 in Major League Baseball, 1-2 in college basketball, and 0-1 in hockey. So yeah, Friday was a little bit of a rough day.
Before we get started, I'm watching this horse shit on TV about LeBron. What do you think? What do they mean? What did LeBron prove last night, scoring 40 points against the Nets? I mean, okay, let's say the next game he goes out and scores 10 points. What did he prove? I mean, it's one game. And I'm not putting LeBron down. He's one of the greatest to ever play the game, no doubt about it. Some people argue he's the greatest. And that's fine. I mean, that's a fair argument to have. He's a great player. Let me ask you, do you think he's still a top 10 player in the NBA?
He's probably, I would say he's probably right at that range, top 10.
Lower 10, probably not top 5, but maybe 6 through 10.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. He's on the show we had on First Things First. They, of course, his guy, I ain't going to say that, but one of his biggest fans on there thinks he could play 5 more years.
I mean, he could play 5 more years.
He thinks high quality years. I think once you hit the wall, you hit the wall. And I'm not. He may have a couple more good years in him. I don't know, but.
I mean, he can play as long as he wants to play. Because, I mean, the way the game is, being able to shoot the ball, but being able to play like a team and having a chance to win a championship and stuff, I don't see them like five years left of that. Maybe a couple more, maybe 1 or 2 more years if they get the right guys around them. But yeah, I don't see him being at like the level he's playing at now for 5 more years.
Yeah. And that's a good point that you just brought up. The way the game is now, it does make it easier because your body. I mean, don't get me. I mean, I'm not saying the NBA is easy. It's not. I mean, but compared to what it was at one time physically, it's a completely different game. I mean, as far as defense and the pounding that they took.
Yeah.
It's a different game.
No, definitely is a different game.
Well, our Reds completely blew one on Saturday, but completely probably come back and won one they didn't deserve. So I guess they're even. I mean, you got Sunday, they had 2 outs, down 2, nobody on base. Guy gets up, hits a double, and this guy hits a home run. This guy hits a home run, they win the game. So,
Yeah, no, and I mean, they're without they got a deep lineup. They're capable of that. If they can stay within striking distance, they're capable of having explosions like that. But yeah, that should still be undefeated.
yeah.
We should have won that game the day before. I know you can say yesterday was a little lucky, but still, I mean, you got that win. So just think if we could have held on the game before, now we got people already wanting to ship Diaz out of town
To one game.
Makes people. I wonder if some people that comment on stuff even watch any of the games.
Like, they can't know much about baseball. There's no way.
If you've watched baseball for any amount of time, you know that coming out of spring training, the hitters are going to be a little ahead of the pitchers usually. For one, that the teams don't give the pitchers too much work in spring training because they want to bring them on slow because they don't want to hurt their arms. So the pitchers kind of ramp up, where it takes the pitchers a little longer to ramp up than it does the batters. So a pitcher's struggling a little bit in the first couple games doesn't cause a alarm to me as much as maybe it does other positions. I mean, hell, even with hitters, last year at this time, Will Benson was hitting under .25.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, and then,
I remember that.
And then now look how he ended up getting going and finishing the season last year, and then what he's doing this year. But you can't just go off a 1 or 2 game thing, especially not in baseball.
No.
If people think we have a closer problem with Diaz, you haven't watched enough of Diaz.
Well, I mean, okay, if we play 30 games and he's terrible, okay, then we can say that. But you don't say after one freaking game. Jesus.
Yeah. Because he struggled a lot. Because he struggled toward the end of last year, then had a bad game this year. It's like, well, he struggled some toward the end of last year because he was freaking wore out because we had to use him like every damn game because we didn't have nobody else. There was times in games that we shouldn't have to use a closer. We didn't have to put a closer in because the bullpen was giving up some runs, or we wasn't scoring runs. He got used a lot.
Yes, he did. Switching gears, what do you think about the NCAA tournament? The men's.
That's been a good tournament. And surprised NC State's still in it. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think they'd get this far. I didn't think they'd beat Duke. I think they're gonna. I think they're going run into the end here. In the Final Four because I think Purdue's going to beat them. So
you predicting Purdue and probably what UConn?
Yeah, I think it's going to be Purdue.
I had originally picked UConn and Creighton. Of course, Creighton got put out, so I'm of course sticking with UConn to win it all. All my other teams are out, so I kind of agree with you. I think North Carolina State's got a good shot, but I'm gonna say Purdue's gonna get them, and I think UConn's got too much for Alabama. Do you think if Purdue and UConn meets, do you think that Purdue's got a shot?
I think they have a shot, but they're going to have to. It's going to have to be one of the nights where they're hitting their threes. They're not just dependent on Edey to score 40 points. Yeah. But I think they'll have a shot. But the main thing is you got to slow down that UConn offense. You can't let them go on their big runs. I mean, the hell, they went on a 30-0 run the other day.
Yeah, Illinois was right there. And
I don't care who you are. You let a team go on a 30-0 run, you're in trouble.
What they could do to stop it? I mean, it's just boo, man. It was something else.
Foul a guy. Punch a guy.
Do something. Stop that momentum somehow.
Punch a guy. Try to get a spark in your team or something.
Definitely.
Hell, if you're a coach, go choke somebody or something.
Yeah,
do something.
Call Bobby Knight back. Wheel him over in a wheelchair. Let him choke somebody. Gene Katie there at the Purdue game. I seen.
Yeah. So Edie took him a piece of the net after he cut it down. Didn't have to use the ladder or nothing to cut the net.
Do you think he can get any valuable minutes in the NBA?
I think he will. I mean, you got what was it? Zubox or whatever that's in the league. That's a big guy that don't play that much on the perimeter. You got guys. I think he'll. I'm not saying he's going to be a star in the league, but I think he'll be in the league, and I think he'll end up getting some playing time.
Big Glenn's on there. Yeah, Glenn, it's a fun show for you when you win everything. They're in the raffle and get recliners and pizza. He said,
"I know." It didn't even share the pizza.
I know. You see Glenn's belly. He ain't sharing no pizza.
He was sharing no pizza.
He's lucky his friend's lucky he got some of that pizza, probably. They was over kicked back and giving Hadley hell and
Pablo
and
Where?
some of the other wrestlers. So he was having a good time. He split it in half. Sure you did, Glenn. I think it was more 6-2 myself.
Yeah, they probably gave one piece.
Yeah,
kept the rest of the box for itself. Yeah, comfortable seats over there.
Yeah, he was kicked back. He was when I went off commentary for that last match. I sat over by there, and he was all kicked back. He's having a good time. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I can't believe you left me over there with Buck Sexton. What the hell was that all about?
Well, I didn't. Am I a fool? If he's coming over, I don't want to stay there. I'd rather go somewhere else.
What are you doing, dude? Don't be taking the camera out like you did the other day. Although something about him jumping up on that couch and off that couch,
you should never have no problems. I think he just done it on purpose. I think he's trying to be part of the show. I guess I don't know.
Hell, he definitely took the camera out the other day.
Before we get started with our picks, everybody out there, if you haven't watched yet, the documentary out on Bray Wyatt is on Peacock. It is outstanding. I just finished it, and I also thought the Roman Reigns doc on A&E was outstanding too. So definitely a couple of shows if you're a wrestling fan or just want to learn more about those particular individuals. Both good watches.
I know McAfee was talking about the Roman Reigns a little bit toward the end of the show a few minutes ago. He said I didn't realize I was signing up for 2 hours. He said, but it was worth it. He really liked it.
I got a feeling we're gonna get a complaint when we see. We're gonna hear a complaint when Marcus is on, because Marcus has been mad the last couple ones with like Diamond Dallas Page, and I can't remember the one before that. We're only 1 hour, and he's probably gonna bitch. Well, freaking Roman Reigns 2 hours. But it was very good. But I do agree. I thought there was plenty there for Diamond Dallas Page. I can't remember who the one right before that was. I thought it could have very easily been 2 hours also. But
wasn't it Buff Bagwell or somebody?
Buff. No, that was WWE ain't doing a Buff Bagwell one. That was that.
That was the other show.
Yeah, that other one he watches. He ain't doing no Buff Bagwell. I guarantee that. But
that was the other show.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. McAfee said Friday's show is going to be absurd because they're going to be down there in think it's Friday or Thursday or Friday. One of them.
Well, they're doing a WrestleMania kickoff thing on Thursday. I think he's a part of, and then his show is going to be Friday with Cole and whoever's going to be on. I don't know who's all going to be on that show. So yeah, and then of course you got SmackDown, sold out Hall of Fame.
You know, there's going to be a lot of them on McAfee's show on Friday.
Yep.
Especially since Cole's hosting it as well.
Saturday you got NXT.
I mean, that's smart by WWE. I mean, you're doing that with McAfee, and it's on it. You know what I mean? You're on ESPN.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man, it's smart. It's smart. WWE, that's the thing. That's one of the biggest difference than them and the other companies that's trying to compete with them. Is that they're just planning and how smart they are and connections they have, and they just know how to put things together. There's just night and day. Their production's just night and day from anybody else's. That makes a big difference. But yeah, it's going to be a big week for WWE. I think it's going to be really good. Oh, Raw first hour tonight is commercial free, so I expect a big Raw. I think The Rock and Roman. I think all them guys are going to be on there, so I think it's going to be a big Raw.
All right, we'll talk more about that tonight at 6:30. Join us for GWR, as always on Mondays at 6:30. So join us tonight, and I think we're going to do something on Thursday for WrestleMania as well. We'll get more information out about that. We're at two shows this weekend. If you haven't checked those out, you had DCCW Bearcat Rumble 4 on Saturday night.
Great show.
It was an awesome show. Go check it out. There's a match on there between Dalton Love and IK3 that is must see.
Yes.
You can find out on our YouTube page at Gonzo Sports Room. And then yesterday we was at Warrior Pro Wrestling for WPW 30, and that was a good show as well. So you can find out on our YouTube page as well. So go check it out.
A lot of interesting storylines going on in that show. So that was a real solid show too. Buck Sexton and
watch the President Hadley.
Oh man,
in action. That's always a treat.
Get much better than him as a heel. That's for damn sure. Hey Jordan, how you doing, man? Oh, Jordan Bell.
Hey, how's it going, Jordan? But all right, we'll get to our. But yeah, join us tonight 6:30 for that, and then we'll go ahead and get to our picks for today. NBA, I'm going to end up going with 3 games. I'm going to go with the Bulls at the -2.5 at home against the Atlanta Hawks. I'm going to go with the Phoenix Suns at the +1.5 on the road at the Pelicans. And I'm going to go with the Indiana Pacers and the Brooklyn Nets over 227. I think the Pacers win the game, but they're 12.5 point favorites. I just can't take them at 12.5.
I worry about that. The trap game.
Well, as I'm saying, Pacers play down to the competition. That's why I don't like the 12.5. I think Pacers win, but I like the 12.5.
Real quick, guys, I want to ask you and I ask Jordan. Jordan just said happy WrestleMania week. Do you think that can you remember a better build to WrestleMania than this build? And maybe this WrestleMania will be great, maybe it won't, but can you remember a better build? I can't. And I've been watching for a long time. A long, long time. I'm older than hell. So but I really can't remember a better build.
I don't think so.
I mean, maybe a match, maybe one feud, but all the way through for most of the matches, the build.
Not right off the top of my head, I do. I'd have to think about it. But Jordan says no, he can't. So they talked about it yesterday on In Your House.
Yep.
If you haven't checked out the In Your House podcast, go check.
Yeah, they did a show yesterday.
Go check them out.
I didn't get a chance to check it out. We were heading out to Warrior Pro. Yep, it does.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I agree. So,
you doing the NBA?
I didn't know freaking NBA. NBA sucks.
There's only like 6-7 games left.
I did
of the regular season.
I did say, hey, first time ever I did Major League Baseball.
Yeah, Jordan, you're right. The stories that are interweaving are crazy. And I'm looking forward to WrestleMania this weekend.
And the thing of it is, everybody complains about stuff always being predictable. There's so many different ways that they could go with a lot of those stories that it's definitely not predictable.
Glenn says Stand and Deliver is going to be great too.
I agree. I think that's on like noon on Saturday.
So you'll be watching wrestling all day.
Oh hell yeah! I'm about, but and not only that, I think all them shows because we got the TV that we got. That's all I can say is going to be showing all those on Fight TV that I can get all them shows down there in Philadelphia like Bloodsport and all that stuff. All this I'm gonna be watching all kinds of wrestling Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So it's gonna be nonstop.
I know last year you watched a bunch of the GCW stuff.
That's tied in with GCW. That Bloodsport is Barnett, and actually Shayna Baszler is gonna be on that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this weekend. It's my Super Bowl kind of. I mean, I love the Super Bowl, but this is even bigger for me.
George said he don't have a single match he can truly predict. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, you don't know which way they're going to go with a lot of them.
No. Yeah, I did Major League Baseball first time ever, so I'm gonna see what you think of my picks.
I'm starting to lean more toward that. Roman's going to win. He's going to still have the title after Mania.
I think he's going to lose.
More and more, I'm leaning to that. Cody's not finishing the story this year.
if I'm putting all the sharp objects up, because your son Austin's liable to snap. if Cody loses, he's liable to completely snap.
Austin's going to snap. Marcus is going to snap.
Yeah. We'll have to put a suicide watch on.
Walt.
Yeah, we will never see Walt again. Yeah, I know he wants him.
Okay, then let's see. So after the NBA, we'll go to hockey. I went with the Panthers on the money line over the Maple Leafs, and the Lightning on the money line against the Red Wings.
Okay, hockey. I went at home Tampa Bay money line against Detroit. I went the Rangers at home money line against Pittsburgh. Then I went Edmonton on the road money line at St. Louis, and then I went Seattle money line on the road at San Jose. Them are my 4 picks.
Jordan, I gotta see them live. I already know my son. He'll be so mad. It'll be so funny.
He was last year. Remember, he went silent and turned red, and he was very upset. And I don't want to see it this year. I'm leaving. He's liable to kill us all. He gonna snap. I'm telling you.
It'll be funny. I'm hoping for it. I'm gonna have a camera ready just in case. And then Major League Baseball tonight, I'm going with the Pirates on the money line against the Nationals. The Baltimore Orioles on the money line at home against the Royals. The Reds at the +1.5 on the road at the Phillies. And the Blue Jays at the +1.5 on the road at the Astros.
I need to check on one because this game may have started. I didn't think it started at 4, but it may have started at 3. Has the Atlanta White Sox game started yet?
Yeah, that game's in the 5th inning.
Okay. I thought it started at 4.
Who was you going to pick?
I was going to pick Atlanta. Money line.
Yeah, they're winning.
So I won't count that. So my 2 baseball picks, I've got Pittsburgh money line at Washington, and I've got Cincinnati money line at Philadelphia. And I don't think either one of them are favorites.
I know the Reds aren't. Who was the other one you took?
Pittsburgh at Washington. I think Washington was the favorite I seen last night.
Pittsburgh, well, it's basically a pick 'em.
Okay.
They have Washington, right as of right now on FanDuel, they have Washington at -110 and Pittsburgh at -106. So that's basically a pick 'em on the money line.
We got Damien on here.
I took the Pirates. Did you take the Pirates?
Yeah, I took the Pirates. Yeah, I knew about that. I seen that where you and Hollywood's got that belt. Who drinks prime on the Gunther match?
Yeah, we haven't made no WrestleMania bets
not the Gunther match, U.S. title match. Excuse me.
Yeah, we haven't made no bets yet. We all know we usually all the pay-per-views we all give our predictions before the start. At the last pay-per-view, I had them all right.
Yeah, you did. That last one, you got every single one right. I'm really upset because you know what I've been predicting for a long time. The Rock's going to turn on Roman and help Cody. That's what Damien's picked now. So Damien agrees with me. That's completely scraps my opinion if Damien's agreeing with me, because I've been saying that for months.
Damien said if Cody loses, he better not get a rematch. He don't give a fuck about a story.
Yeah, that's a long ass story. Hey Jordan, did you get to see the Roman documentary last night, man? It was outstanding. Really, really good.
Damien, I haven't seen the Bray documentary
It's
yet.
outstanding.
I know Dad just watched it. He
Loved it. I thought it was fantastic. So much footage that nobody's ever seen before about Bray Wyatt. It was great.
All right. Do you have anything else for today before we get out of here? We'll be back at 6:30 with GWR. We'll talk a lot more wrestling.
Yep.
Tonight at 6:30. I know Marcus will be with us. I'm not sure if anybody else is coming on.
I think just Marcus. So and
Jordan said he hasn't watched either one of those yet.
Yeah, they're both must watch.
I haven't either, but I'm gonna have to watch
the Bray ones. Well, both of them are 2 hours. So I think Bray's is 2 hours. Well, I think both of them about 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Like I said, I know McAfee was talked a lot about that Roman one today on his show. He really liked it.
I think people who are not Roman fans, I think if they watch that and see what kind of family guy he is, and then see his mindset about helping the business and helping other wrestlers, I'm hoping that they'll see what the guy's all about.
All right. Well, we appreciate everybody watching. We'll be back tomorrow right around 3 o'clock with another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Like and follow on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room as well. Like I said, if you missed the wrestling shows from the weekend, go check out DCCW Bearcat Rumble 4 and Warrior Pro Wrestling 30 on our YouTube and Twitch pages. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.